All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about What If Episode 3, the one with Nick Fury. I don't know the title, but here we have...
It's if the Earth lost its mightiest heroes.
Yeah, there we go. Here we have Ade. Can you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Hi.
But
Ade.
here we have...
I'm a Dallas-based filmmaker. I am a director, writer, producer, editor, cinematographer. I pretty much do everything under the sun. But I also do film criticism. Well, I used to do it a lot more back then. I'm kind of chilled off of it now. But yeah, I like films. I like the creation of films and video and whatnot. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, we met in a film class, so that makes sense, of course. But yeah, so what did you think of What If?
I thought it was good. It pretty much falls in line with how I feel about most of everything this season. So far, it's fun. Like it's fun little snippets. There's not too much. There's not stakes necessarily because it doesn't really matter. It really just is what if. I thought it was just interesting to see a different take on. Like, are we talking spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay, so spoilers. I just thought it was interesting seeing Hank Pym. Like what if he went bad and I just thought I actually would have wished we saw more of that because Hank Pym as a character is not somebody that we see at all, really.
Right.
Like, we've seen him in 2 movies and we haven't seen him at all. So I would have liked to see a lot more of him in this episode just because we don't see him a majority of the time. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was nice. It was a nice twist.
It was a shocking twist. I was like, "Oh, it's Hank!" Like,
it was Hank the whole time.
Hope worked for Shield, which wasn't originally in the movies, right? Yeah. And yeah, he went bad.
Because in the movie, she's stuck in the realm, right? In the quantum realm.
His wife, right? Hope is his daughter.
His daughter.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm tweeting.
Yeah, Hope is his daughter. So I was like, "Oh, that's cool how they tied that in." It was shocking in the beginning seeing Iron Man get killed.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, what's supposed to go on?
Right? Like, what's going on? Like, what if they really changed it? They really did the what if. And I always go back to the first episode where I really didn't like that episode because it wasn't what if enough for me. It was really kind of the same story. Like, how did you feel about it?
I liked episode 1. I liked it more than a lot. A lot of people didn't really like it. I thought it was fun just because away from, what if it just wasn't Steve Rogers? I thought it was interesting of what if it was Captain Carter and what if Steve became basically the first ever War Machine?
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was interesting because he dies, right? He dies in that episode. From what I remember.
No.
He doesn't, right?
No.
She goes into the little thing,
octopus thing,
and he's obviously dead by that point, quote unquote.
Well, yeah.
And Bucky obviously wouldn't have been Winter Soldier and stuff like that. I thought it was a genuine twist. I do understand what you mean. It wasn't what if enough. It still ended up somebody becoming Captain America,
right?
Versus episode 2 was
episode
Star-Lord,
2, yeah.
The Collector, Thanos was not Thanos. I definitely get what you mean.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it though.
Because I was telling my dad, I was like, what if Peggy, after she became Captain Carter, she was like, actually, Steve, I want to be with Stark. It'd been cool if she was like, we're done. And they had that relationship and she didn't go back and she didn't get frozen or something like that. And they have their life or I don't know, something different. But then that leads me to, do you think that these stories are going to be connected to a big finale at the end?
No.
No?
I feel apparently it's canon, but what does that really mean? And back to even episode 1. I love the action of episode 1. I thought it was so good. It was really, really good. And just overall in the 3 episodes we have, I love the animation style. It's kind of like a variation of this 2D, 3D style that is reminiscent of the Tron animation. I know that show did not get watched by a lot of people, but if you know the Tron show, I believe that was 2011, 2012, the similar style, things move, but not as much. I love it all. So when we're talking about what else we could have done just with Agent Carter, I think it's gonna be interesting because potentially I think they are kind of setting up seeing her again in another episode. I think we are gonna see her probably in that Tony episode.
Oh, okay. I think so.
More than likely. In this episode kind of alluded to seeing her again. So I'm excited to see what they do. I'm gonna be surprised if they tie tie it back together. I mean, it's Marvel. Like,
it just seemed like
everything is gets tied back.
Right, everything always wanted to be connected, but like it seems like it's going to be like something at the end because there's now like teasers at the end where it's like Captain Marvel came in and then like the end of Star-Lord's who came at the end? I forgot.
Ego.
Yeah, Ego.
Peter Quill. Yeah.
So I'm like, what's the big thing? Or we're gonna see people again in other episodes, like you said. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see the rest of it. Yeah, there's not really much to say because it was like, yeah, it's what if, and it's like, well, yeah, it's just what if.
Right. I say that for this episode, I loved for some reason the part that got me the most excited was seeing Bruce's scene because it was pretty much the Incredible Hulk movie.
Yeah, pretty much the Incredible Hulk movie,
which I really loved. And you were saying like it should have been, what's his name?
I would love to see an Abomination in that scene.
Abomination in that scene. Yeah, that
obviously
too.
It wouldn't matter.
Right.
It was based on what they wanted to do. But I also would have liked to have seen what's it called? Liv Tyler voice the role of Mrs. Ross. I think I take all that seriously because if you're gonna get everybody else, like you might as well just get everybody else. Maybe maybe they didn't sign Liv Tyler and them to like enough of a 360 deal that's probably why she's not there. But I like that scene a lot, and that was probably actually no Incredible Hulk actually had a lot of great scenes.
Right,
but
and everyone hates on it, and I'm like,
who hates on it? It's a great movie.
Right, I really enjoyed it. I remember watching it so many times as a kid, and like just growing up, and then people would be like, "Oh, that movie sucks," and I'm like, "But like, really watch it. Just watch it again."
Yeah,
you know,
watch it again. Like the Brazil scene and the soda place, the scene at the university was so good. You know, with the gas, and then and he bursts out.
Right,
and he fights. Well, he doesn't fight Abomination there. He doesn't.
No, it's just like people.
Yeah, I remember he kicks Eli Roth's character into a tree trunk. That was very funny. And then the Abomination scene at the end is fantastic. It's so good.
I agree.
And I think what it is, why people don't like it now, is that formula is so old now. The formula of on the run person, love interest, gets captured eventually, has to do something heroic and fight a big CGI. I get it, but it's so good. Like even like down to like he's like stabbing Abomination, like choking him out. Like we don't even see that anymore. Like
no, we
Marvel
don't.
Doesn't even get that like dark anymore. So I definitely appreciate it. Like I think how Iron Man is. Iron Man has literally the first Iron Man is literally how a lot of MCU movies go.
Yeah.
Person, origin story. Villain is close to the hero. They do whatever they gotta do. Ends with a beam in the sky.
Beam in the sky.
You literally it's the formula that everybody else is doing now. So I just don't like. I wouldn't like if other people kind of gave it crap for it. Feeling like these films not one. It was the originators.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I liked Incredible Hulk, and there's people out there that are like, I've watched every movie except for Incredible Hulk. I'm like,
that's crazy, and especially because that one's more important than no offense, Captain Marvel or Thor: The Dark World is really only important for the ethers. Like there's
for the Power Stone.
Incredible Hulk is a way more, in my opinion, way more interesting story and matters more because of the end credit scene. That's when I think Tony Stark comes up to General Ross and is like, I want to start the Avengers Initiative. It's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a very, very big deal. So I don't know.
I haven't. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but yeah I guess. I guess that's it for What If episode 3. I really enjoyed it. I give it I have to give it like because I gave episode 2 a 10 out of 10. I have
10.
I know I usually don't give out 10s. I gave Infinity War a 10, and I give What If episode 2 a 10 because it's just like I can't find anything that I didn't like in that episode. But for this one, I'll give it an 8.5.
I'll give it a 7.
Yeah,
that was fun.
It was a fun time.
That was, and I think that's what Marvel should be doing every once in a while. Is now everything has to be okay and you focus because it's gonna be one Easter egg or this and that.
Right.
They need to like remember in the next 6 years. Oh my God, do you remember? Oh, and that's So I think this is fun. It's low stakes and there's it's just low stakes. People can just enjoy it. So
I think we miss that sometimes where it's like, I think Marvel misses that where it's like always has to be so structured. And I like, just have fun. That's why I just love episode 2. I can watch that 1,000 times.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think Marvel should,
right?
learn to not, fit into a box. But that's the conversation for another day.
Right. Oh, we have a comment. Hi.
Hello, commenter.
Do you know this person? Dom's Lego Building and Doodles. Hi.
Hi, Dom. You're amazing. All right, even though I don't know you, I know you. You're
Right.
amazing.
Okay. So do you want to talk about the Spider-Man trailer or Shang-Chi?
Let's end on the high note. So we'll start with Shang-Chi first.
Okay. So we both got to see Shang-Chi early, like last Wednesday. Let's say, last Wednesday. And that movie, I really enjoyed Shang-Chi because, especially because of the action and the fight scenes. They gave it their all, and especially with the cinematography.
Yeah.
They like with the one shots and keeping it wide and the camera still good lighting, not with this like dark lighting and a bunch of cuts. We were able to really see it. Mm-hmm. So what did you think?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
Let me close this door.
No, you're good. I'll just start off with the things I love about the film. The things I like about the film are not stop at just like and don't get to love because of some things I think Marvel did. I think the actions, like some of the fight scenes, I was like, oh my god. I vividly was saying, oh my god, like the moments that would happen. One of my favorite movies is The Raid 2. I think it's arguably the best action movie of all time. If it's not Terminator 2, I think it's The Raid 2. Amazing story, but above all, the action scenes just don't make any sense. Like they're just so visceral and so white knuckled that like you almost feel like you're getting punched yourself. And there are moments in that where I thought that the camera work was reminiscent of old school kung fu movies, the Raid films. It's how white knuckled it kind of felt. I remember there's a moment where Shang-Chi's fighting the his dad's like henchman, like his main henchman, and like something.
Oh yeah, we should say that this is spoilers, by the way.
I'm not. No. I'm not. This is non spoilers. This is in the trailer. It's
okay.
In the trailer. Okay. This is when they're fighting. And you see like the little they're fighting on like the edge of like the building. It's not really done. And there's a moment where this moment's actually in the trailer, but it felt so cool seeing it there. Like the knife that they're fighting with comes up like right next to the camera, and it comes back. I'm like, oh my god, that's. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that was so good. And there's so many moments like that, and it's everybody's been saying it. And I didn't even know this. I wasn't even hearing about this until like I watched it myself. Very reminiscent of like Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger, with like the way it's almost like fantastical in some of like the fight scenes. People are floating and blah blah. I think it was all really dope. Simu Liu is a star.
Yeah,
like that guy is nuts in this movie. Yeah. He's going to be my next favorite Avenger. That's not Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. He was so good, and it's so cool because this movie doesn't even go into how deep his power probably is, or how cool he's really gonna be, and it was so good.
Yeah, I agree. He the way he just seamlessly fit into the Marvel universe, like. And other people, I feel like you have to work for it.
Another hero,
right?
And I felt like he could have been like a hero in another universe, which I really, really liked. It didn't even feel like a Marvel. He doesn't feel like a Marvel hero, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He doesn't feel like just a Marvel hero. I think he just feels like a hero.
Yeah,
and I think that's what was so cool about it. The things I didn't like about it were the things that I know Marvel has to do to hinder everything. For example, no offense, Awkwafina should not have been in that movie. The reason
why
she comes, like the way she even comes along in this adventure, I'm like, there's no way you experience what you just experienced and you're like, yeah, I want to go. Why? You have no bag. Like you cannot defend yourself. Like,
bro, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, she was just ready.
Like, she was just there.
She was ready, and everyone else was on board as well, as if it was another day.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, no. And we know she's strictly there for comic relief.
Yeah.
And some of the jokes land, some don't. There's a great surprise in this movie. I'm so sorry if that's a spoiler to you. There's a great surprise in this movie that is very, very welcome. I loved it. But yeah, she shouldn't have been in the film. It's a lot of CGI. It's a lot of CGI.
I didn't really, the CGI didn't like ruin it for me.
My problem is there was CGI moments that I didn't feel like need to be CGI. Like sometimes there was CGI with the characters. Like if they were like need to do something that was like, if they need to like jump, I'm like, oh, there's no way just CGI that character right now. Like that I don't like.
I think I know what scene you're talking about.
Like there's stuff like that, or like doing martial arts on a green screen doesn't feel as tangible Versus when you're like, when you watch like old school like kung fu films, like they're doing it in like practical
On the set.
places.
Yeah.
They're using their environments, like stuff like that really
Right.
makes it better. And
Yeah, I
obviously it's a
feel like
Marvel film, so
yeah,
that's why
with
it needs.
Marvel they do a lot of CGI all the
Yeah,
time,
they do
and
CGI and
like
everything.
I've noticed it a lot when I rewatch Civil War, like the airplane scene, the airport scene. Like there's a lot of CGI there, and that kind of bothers me. And like I know what you're talking about, where they just like, let's put in the green screen when you really could have built the
Yeah.
set like they do with Mandalorian. Well, not with Mandalorian because they have like a CGI.
They have
CGI
like a dome.
thing. They have
But
a
you
dome
can do
thing.
more practical. You can do way more. Well, obviously some of these things, like if you've seen the movie, some of these things cannot be done on the practical set. But it only does feel more tangible and feels better when I feel like everything feels touchable versus seeing things that you know is shot on the green screen just doesn't feel as personal to me. What else? The action scene, like I said, the fight scenes are great. Some of the action,
Amazing.
So sorry. Some of the
They
action
flow
scenes,
so well.
some of the action scenes I wasn't a fan of just because it was like a CGI event. I'm like, yeah, sure, it's cool, and it's not necessarily a problem that's exclusive to Shang-Chi. Unfortunately, it's had 20-something movies in the MCU to precede it. So I've seen your formula before.
Right.
I've seen your formula of origin story, let's explain everything, and then big CGI fight scene at the end. I've seen that before.
I know that, like the scene. There was a fight scene between a person and a person, and then it got to CGI, and then that's what really took me out. And I was like, we should have ended it there and not continued what I'm trying. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that bothered me, but I understood why they did that for the culture. But it all came together at the end, and it ended up being really good.
I'll go back to positives. His dad, I believe, is played by Tony Lu. I can't. I don't know why I'm forgetting his last name. Is it Tony or Tommy? Tommy. He's great. His dad in this film is like, we're talking about good villain. Yeah. He's a good villain, but unfortunately he's not gonna stand the test of time. Just because like he's a cool villain, but he's a cool villain within Shang-Chi. Is he going to be a Loki? Is he gonna be a Thanos? Is he gonna be
Yeah.
He's probably on like Hela's level. Like Hela's really good in Ragnarok. But
I'll put
like,
that.
It was just like in Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's a good film. It's just I feel like it gets hindered by having to be in the MCU as to fit within like the parameters. There's some of my issues with Black Panther. Like Black Panther, I could see every time Ryan Coogler was like, I know what I want to do right now, but I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Like, but you do get the points where like you get like stuff that you would never see in the MCU film, like the astral plane stuff. Like when Killmonger sees his dad, that is one of the best scenes in Marvel history. When Killmonger sees his dad in the astral plane.
Oh yes,
okay. That's one of the best scenes in the MCU.
Yeah,
like it's so personal. Yeah. It's not just one. It's about these relationships and how these characters, relate with one another, and I thought that was so good. But imagine what that film would have been like if there was more of that, more not necessarily more personal moments like that, but like stuff where you're able to do more off the cuff, more oddball stuff.
Right.
I feel like Shang-Chi has those moments. It has the really kung fu moments. Oh my god, this is great. Then it has to have the big CGI fight, and it has to have this. It has to have the comic reliefs, and so yeah, I get it.
I know that's the thing. That's what I talk about my dad with how DC can differ from Marvel, and they won't do it because they're trying to be like Marvel. DC should stay rated R, and DC should stay grounded, and they could be better. Like, I mean, not better, but they could stand up.
They could be better. Suicide Squad washes at, if not 90%, in my opinion, 90% of the MCU films. I mean, I think I love the Suicide Squad more than the general public. I thought it was so good.
I really enjoyed it too.
A pretty much flawless movie because it doesn't have much weight. It doesn't have like to connect to anything. It's just a fun thing, no stakes, great characters, great action, great everything.
The only problem I had with Suicide Squad is that there was no like story arc like for our character, like for like Idris Elba's character.
I mean, Idris Elba, you see where it ends, and he goes from
heartless
kind of guy to I thought it was genuine. You see, like, I mean, Harley Quinn doesn't really have an arc, but she doesn't need to have one. She never has an arc. Ratcatcher, we see not necessarily an arc, but we see like a blooming within herself. Stuff like that. I like Polka Dot Man. Like I was like, yeah,
I know, I loved Polka Dot Man.
Like you have me like caring about these people,
right?
King Shark, like stuff like that. I thought it was so good from that. And yeah, the third act is so good. Like it could have just been a CGI fight, but there was something
right.
underlining. Oh my god! I mean, obviously,
Like they didn't focus on the star
the start,
thing.
yeah,
They
yeah.
mostly
I
focused
mean,
on the
it
characters.
was a part of it, but
Yeah.
it was just a thing that just added to like the
Right. Yeah,
and
I agree.
and look, there's a shot in the movie. There's a fight scene that's going on that we don't see it through the cameras just shooting the fight. We see it through something else, and it almost made me scream in the theater. I was like, "There's no way." Can I say like a spoiler for the Suicide Squad?
Yeah. It's been come up.
When Rick Flag and Peacemaker are fighting, and you see the fight through a reflection of a helmet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's not regular. Like that's
Right.
That's not regular. Like that is
A whole different
masterclass
thing.
filmmaking. So that's why I feel like if DC really wanted to, you don't have to fill in the parameters. I saw a glass.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you lift your mic?
Lift my mic. Sorry.
Yeah.
I saw a heart go through. I saw a glass go through a heart in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
You can be so original if you want to. The Batman looks so good. Apparently, the footage that they showed yesterday at CinemaCon was amazing.
They have something for Batman?
Batman comes out in like how many months? Like 7 months. It's coming out
with
soon.
Robert Pattinson.
It's coming.
I thought they stopped that.
It's coming out March.
Wow.
It's coming out before Multiverse. So it's coming out. So they just showed new footage at CinemaCon yesterday. Apparently it's great, obviously. You have the chance of really branching out to where I feel like the MCU, I would really want them to understand that we've seen 20-something movies from you. We don't care about a formula anymore. We watched Guardians of the Galaxy, like the first one, like we had no idea what that movie was. A lot of us didn't. We trust you enough to make a good film. We know you can, so do it. Let's try the what's his name? I'm forgetting his name. Edgar Wright. Let's do an Edgar Wright. That Edgar Wright Ant-Man movie. Yeah. We still want to see that. Everybody wants to see that. We want to see you try something new because you've made your money. You've made your bill, like, and people will go.
You don't even need a trailer. You don't need all this publicity. People will go see your movie. So
we're gonna get to what No Way Home did.
Right.
Like you don't need a trailer, and then when you do have a trailer, it shuts things down. It breaks records.
Right.
So you don't need to be conventional anymore. You've been conventional for over a decade. Let's break out of the mold.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi really, to me, could have really broken out the mold. I mean, obviously you had to have CGI in it, but I just felt like it felt too disconnected from me. Like, obviously there's CGI in Suicide Squad, but I just felt like I wish there was a bit more of a connection to everything I was seeing in that. But yeah, that's basically my general thoughts. But mind you, I still think it's a good movie. I just have my criticisms, and it's more against the MCU and less against how the merit of the movie.
My rating, when I first rated it with my dad on Friday, I gave it a 9 out of 10, and I'm sticking with that until I got to see it a second time. Wow. Because I gave it a 9 out of 10, and I got to wait until I see it September 3rd before I change my rating.
9?
Yeah, because I really, I love this movie.
Wow, okay. I gave it like a 6, 7 on the good day. It's not bad. Like it's a good film. It's an enjoyable film.
So yeah, we gave it a number rating, but where would you put it with other movies? Because I put it next to Thor Ragnarok and Civil War.
So this is what I'm not gonna stand for. I'm not gonna stand for you putting it next to Civil War. Maybe Ragnarok, sure, but not even Ragnarok. Like Ragnarok isn't amazing. It's just great. No, I'm not standing for it.
Not next to that.
It's just below the top 10.
So where would you put it next to?
Like first Thor. Better than the first Thor. What else? Oh, probably around Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, that's disrespectful. Do not listen to him. Listen to him. This movie is great.
We'll pause. I love Iron Man 3. That's the thing. I really enjoy Iron Man 3.
The Iron Man 3 is good.
I love Iron Man 3 because it's not usual. It's not the same. It's not the same formula that we've been seeing for years. It was so different. And maybe it was almost too different for some people. It's not a huge action movie. It's a character piece.
It's good, but it's not great.
Well, it's a character piece, and I like it. I mean, I watch dramas that are character pieces, so why wouldn't I enjoy a Marvel character piece? So I mean, obviously, like the villain definitely disappoints. But I thought it was so good and so fun, and you see why Tony wouldn't want to be Iron Man anymore by the end.
Right.
So you can see why by the time we get to Endgame, you would see he's been through so much.
Right.
Why would I want? So I love Iron Man 3. So I would put it around there.
Whoa.
Around there, yeah.
Okay. Hey,
because
everyone has their opinions and stuff.
Because I mean, my top 5 is, I mean, Infinity War is not only the best movie in the MCU, it's a classic film, period, in my opinion. And I have movies like, The Winter Soldier, Civil War. For me, Homecoming. I love Spider-Man Homecoming. It made me cry because I'm a Spider-Man fan. Homecoming. What else am I missing? Endgame, obviously. Then you have the films like Ragnarok. You have films like the Black Panther. Those sort of movies start to trickle in there.
My top 5 is the same. It's Infinity War. No, Civil War. Not Civil War. Gosh, Winter Soldier, Infinity War, Civil War. Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah,
and then Endgame.
Those the other movies start to trickle. So it's somewhere within the top 10, just out of the top 10. It's not better than Black Panther. It's not. It's just a fact. It's not better than Black Panther.
I feel like it's also in that it's right next to each other. Okay, y'all gotta watch this movie. we got different.
Black Panther almost made me cry.
Yeah,
I watched that movie 5 times in theaters.
It's because we have a connection there to it. So we have
5 times in theaters. It's not better. No offense, it's not.
That kills me. Okay,
I have Mike Judge. Oh, if I was here for Black Panther when it came out, you would have heard me, and I still watched it 5 times.
Oh my God, did you get to see that early? That was 2018.
Of course. Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this film critic thing?
I started late 2017, and then pretty much has been going since then.
I'm trying to get there, man.
Hey, you have to start somewhere.
Right.
Start somewhere.
Yeah.
You at least have to start somewhere and keep going.
And we're going to CinemaCon next year. We're gonna.
Oh wow! So did you know? Have you been hearing about the stuff that's going on this year?
Some of the things I know that. I mean, I know about the Spider-Man trailer, and then
CinemaCon.
The one that was this week.
Oh, okay. I was making sure. Yeah. I don't know if they definitely did not show that CinemaCon. Disney does not care about anything else.
Sony showed it.
Yeah, Sony showed it. Oh,
yeah.
I forget. Ew.
But Disney wasn't there. But Sony showed the trailer.
I forget it's technically a Sony.
Yeah.
I'd be forgetting.
But yeah, we're gonna, if we don't get, we're not gonna get free tickets for next year, so we're just gonna pay for it.
That's fine. You have to start somewhere. But you're gonna get exclusive footage. And that in itself is definitely gonna catapult you and stuff like that. These advanced screens that we go to, you're gonna see these movies early. I'm talking about early.
Yeah, because after I did my first review of Shang-Chi, we got 20 new subscribers in that week, and I was like, whoa, I need to be finding other ones.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah.
It literally happens, so you just gotta keep pushing.
All right, so let's talk about the what is it called? Spider-Man trailer.
No Way Home.
What did you think of it? What was the feeling? Because you're a big Spider-Man fan. So what did you get from it?
I only watched it once.
What?
I only watched it once. That's all I needed to see. What's so great about this trailer is that trailer is misleading. It's not what the movie is. Guaranteed.
Okay, what do you mean?
Movies what they show us is
But yeah, that's always Disney.
But it's probably just nowhere near what the story beats within the trailer. It's probably nowhere near like that. It's probably a rather mind-bending. I love it. Green Goblin, Electro, Doc Ock, arguably Sandman, maybe
Lizard, maybe Sinister Six. Yeah, I screamed when I heard William Dafoe's laugh. That put it for me. I was like, whoa, I never got to see Green Goblin on the big screen. Obviously, it came out in 2002. If I can see him on the big screen, that's changing for me, life changing. And especially the Spider-Man music, because I was listening to it in the car. It's just so good. If I could hear that in a theater, peak, man. Just
that. I believe Danny Elfman did both. Has been doing the score of the newer Spider-Mans and the originals. I know he did the original. It was Michael Giacchino is doing the new one. Danny Elfman is doing, or I'm forgetting. Maybe I'm tweaking.
Michael Giacchino, is that how you say his name?
Michael Giacchino.
Giacchino has been doing has done the last two movies.
He's been doing the new ones, but I believe Danny Elfman did the originals. So
yeah,
they'll find a way.
they better.
They'll find a way.
You can't. I don't want to hear a new song. I want to hear the original Tobey Maguire's theme song. Okay. What?
Are you a Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, or Andrew Garfield?
Toby. Yeah. Period. Toby. What do you mean? Of course I am. What do you mean?
Look, let's be honest. Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man. Like, he's the best.
I can't get into his movies. I'm sorry. I just can't. I need to watch it again, I guess, but
I love it.
It makes me. He's Spider Boy. He's Iron Boy. He is.
Yeah, he's 16.
I don't care.
He's 16.
But the thing is, he's not Peter. Like he's not. He doesn't do anything. No. Wait. He doesn't do anything by himself. Like he's supposed to be the super smart guy or whatever, but I haven't seen him be that super smart kid. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what makes me the most mad. And then like neighborhood Spider-Man, like
you haven't seen him in the neighborhood. You haven't seen him swing around.
Like
that's fair.
Barely, you know.
That's
so
fair.
That's why those comfort movies of Spider-Man 1 and 2 with Tobey Maguire.
But
amazing.
Here's the thing: we've seen those before. So why would the MCU do exactly that all over again?
I can't.
That's literally why we complain about their movies, is that you've done the same thing.
No.
So why not make it? Why not him shadow Tony Stark in the movie? Tony Stark was only in that movie like 3 times, but it's fun to see like almost like this kid look up to somebody who's also like he's a genius, but he's nowhere near where Tony Stark is. You know, deal with just learning everything, and he wants to be an Avenger, and it's almost very, very modern to like how we are as fanboys. Like we are right now doing a Marvel show. Imagine if we got superpowers all of a sudden,
right?
And how will we feel seeing Tony Stark,
right?
Like stuff like that. I think it's perfect. It's just a different take on it.
Like, I was fine. The thing is, I was fine with Homecoming, with him acting the way he did.
He's amazing.
I was like, okay, that's fine.
Amazing.
But then Far From Home is really what took me out, because you just came from finding Thanos and you can't do anything. Like you're still like struggling, and like it doesn't make any sense to me. It just took me out.
I mean, technically, like he got beat up by Thanos.
But the thing is, the maturity after a while, you should be like, okay, like I should be able to.
It wasn't that far off though. Like he disappeared and then came back, and then he went on summer vacation.
Nah, I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right. But it still took me out.
And you know, and I definitely understand. I definitely think 2 should have been an opportunity for them to
growth.
To grow the character. How I view Far From Home as they sacrificed a Spider-Man movie just to show us what the world looked like after Endgame.
Yeah.
They just did it through a Spider-Man movie, and I'm to this day I'm very disgusted, because you not only did you waste a Spider-Man movie, you wasted a villain that we've been waiting on for decades. Like I remember playing the Game Boy Spider-Man game and playing the Mysterio level. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for Mysterio. I mean, I watched the show in the 90s, the radio. Like I am a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
You wasted that.
For just to the world.
You wasted Jake Gyllenhaal. Don't even get me.
I know. I did enjoy Jake. I don't know enough about Mysterio. I enjoyed his acting in it.
No,
but he didn't fit the role.
Like away from him not being like a good depiction of what we've seen in the comics and the shows or all the other variations. I just thought he was too over the top. I didn't feel connected to him. You know. So that's why I love Homecoming so much. Is like it felt like this kid. It felt like a coming of. It did. I know it sounds cheesy, but it definitely felt like a coming of age, but almost like a coming of hero story.
Yeah.
Like the twist of Zendaya's dad is. Oh, I was like,
no, not Zendaya's dad. Not Zendaya's dad. Like the girl.
Sorry, the girl's dad.
Yeah.
I remember everybody was like, oh my god, like nobody saw that coming. Sorry,
right.
I just peaked right now, but nobody saw that coming. Like I was like, oh my god. There's no way. We just like, oh my god, it's gonna be, and like the car ride. Come on now.
The car ride, yeah, the car ride is really good. When the building falls on him, that is a good scene as well.
Come on now. Like,
I gotta watch it again.
The fake Shocker in that movie, you know what I'm saying? They had Shocker in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was cheesy, but they had Shocker. So the reason I don't like the Tobey movies is sorry. The reason I don't love the Tobey movies like everybody else does. They don't. What is it called? They didn't age well. They don't.
I'm really hurt. I don't know how else to say it.
Tobey got worked in all those movies. First of all, in the first 2 movies, he never beat the villain. I want you to understand that. The villain beat themselves.
Okay, yeah.
First one, he ducks out the way.
Yeah.
And, you know, Green Goblin kills himself. Second one,
So
Doc
true.
Ock kills himself.
Yeah.
He never beat
True.
anybody. Granted, that train scene, I just watched it again today. Oh my God.
That scene
Oh my God.
is so good.
It's so good. And that, you know,
That whole movie is so good. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a little heated. This whole movie is so good. The arc where he starts from the top, thinking that he's the best after part one, and then he gets bogged down like to the floor with everything that happens to him. He loses his powers, his friend, his girlfriend, everything, and then he has to build back up and find his power again. And like,
I thought 2 was pretty boring in the middle.
Whew.
The second act is.
It's fine. It's fine.
Second act is pretty boring.
Entitled to your opinion.
Second act's pretty boring.
It's my favorite movie. It's my favorite movie. Period.
Really?
Favorite movie.
It's your favorite movie.
Period. Favorite Marvel movie.
Wow.
Let's go with Marvel movie.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay,
Period.
that's fair. That's fair.
I can watch that 1,000 times.
I thought it just slows down. I didn't really buy him giving up the thing. I was like, I guess. Obviously the first one's so good. The first one's so good because I think it even deals more, because it is a bit more personal with obviously it's Harry's dad, but I thought like a man like trapped within like his own demons. I thought that was so good with the Green Goblin. I love Doc Ock, but I didn't buy Doc Ock as much as Green Goblin. Alea, it comes down to a screeching halt.
It does.
Oh my God.
But like it works for me.
No, but like a screeching halt. Everything is done. All right, guys. This movie's over for the next 20 minutes. It comes to a screeching halt.
No, man.
But then the train scene happens. You're like, okay.
And when the car comes to that window, come on.
Oh, the restaurant.
You need to watch the movie again.
No, I just rewatched it. These are rewatched thoughts. These aren't like I've rewatched the movie thoughts. But I thought that was crazy. Like I remember watching that for the first time. I think it was on bootleg when it came out. I was like, you can't catch me now.
Right.
That was 17 years ago. Don't bother about that. That movie's so good, and the train scene. And you know what's so crazy? If that train scene was very reminiscent of the Wolverine train scene, that I wish they would have cut some of the music in it and made it just like the sound design of just like that train. It would have been so white knuckled, because it does feel a little bit more jovial, a little bit lighter with the music, unfortunately. That felt like, well, I'm only saying that because I've now seen the Wolverine, and see that train scene on the Wolverine is like terrifying.
I haven't seen that in a while.
It's so terrifying. The first 2 acts of Wolverine sets this up to be like a really great movie, and then the last act happens. You're like, okay, never mind. That train scene, there's not that much score through it, so all you hear is fume, 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 and you're like it's so dangerous. Like you're like, oh my God, at any moment. I would like to see an edit of that without the score, because I feel like it would have even made the scene that much better. I mean, when he's stopping the train,
right,
and then he walks in, everybody sees his face.
Oh,
and
so
then
good.
It's almost like it doesn't need to be said, but it's like, we won't say anything. We got you.
We got you, because you're Spider-Man. Oh my gosh, I love Spider-Man so much.
Crazy.
Oh,
Crazy.
I'm so excited for this movie, and I really hope it delivers. Do you think that Toby and Andrew will show up?
Yeah.
In this movie?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? It's the third. This is what's crazy. They've made a trilogy within 4 years. I don't know. Like, that's really crazy to me.
Yeah.
They made a trilogy within 4 years.
2017 to 2021. Yeah.
Like, so are they done? Like, is there gonna be a Spider-Man 4? Like what? Like, what's the tea? Like, so I feel like if they're, I mean, it looks like they're trying to get this thing in and out. If they are, like, might as well just throw the kitchen sink at it. And what is also going to be a truth is this film is not going to have that much repercussions to the rest, because multiverse is going to be the real one that's going to mess everything up. Loki 2 is going to be another one that really messes a lot of things up. Maybe that's the reason why Lady Thor, Natalie Portman's Lady Thor, maybe because it's like a multiverse thing.
Maybe.
But maybe, I don't think there's going to be that much repercussions that they could have been in this film. So they really could just throw the kitchen sink at it and then all just go back to normal.
Right. The thing is, I really hope not, because I hate when movies do that. It reminds me, this is weird, but it reminds me of Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Part 2.
Like how you had this great fight scene at the end and they're like, it was just a dream.
Well, it still is a great fight scene, though.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it still is a great fight scene.
Then you just throw it away.
It's not thrown away. It still is a fight scene. And it could have went down like that. But he chose not to. He knew it was gonna happen.
But it kind of, I was like, man.
First of all, why did they have to kill Seth? Like, I'm not over that. Like, Seth, Like you couldn't.
Which one is Seth?
Seth was he was one of the werewolves, the younger one.
Oh yes, I understand.
Seth was easily the best character in that whole thing. And I was like, you go kill my boy Steph like that.
Dang.
Boy Steph like that. You know what I'm saying? So when it was a dream, I was like, yes, Seth.
I guess, yeah.
Seth's alive.
But if they do that with this movie where they do a bunch of stuff and then just like, never mind, it didn't really happen. Go ahead. And
not that didn't really happen. It got
reversed back,
which is fine. I think give me a good experience. Like it's like these these movies are based off comic books. Comic books had just one off like had a limited series. This could be a limited series within a movie. Because we're not gonna get any of the villains in the actual MCU world. Let's get all these other people, and maybe they get the Scorpion. Because once again, Scorpion's been, I don't know if people know, Scorpion's been teased since the first Spider-Man movie. He's in the end credit scene of Homecoming. The guy that plays Voss in the Far Cry 3 game, and he plays he's in Better Call Saul. He's supposed to be Scorpion. So they've definitely tried to, you know, build like an actual like villain core. But this could just be, all right, let's get like our fun stuff out the way, and then we can go back to like go back to you know our regular scheduled programming, because Sony's trying to, you know, do this Craven movie. If that Craven movie's good, we may get that crossover, or they may just do a Craven in the MCU. So it's like, look, actually they can't do it Craven MCU because it's
Spider-Man.
No, like the guy that plays him play Quicksilver. What's his name? Taylor.
Evan Peters.
No.
Oh
no, something Taylor. He was in Godzilla.
You're talking about
that. He's playing Craven in the Sony film. So I don't know if they'll be able to do that. They'll be like, hey, aren't you? You look familiar.
Right. Yeah,
you look familiar. That is true. So,
but they could still be like, oh, it's a variant. No, they could. The thing is, a lot of people on TikTok.
What I don't like.
That the people on TikTok are like, they're worried about the whole variant thing and scrolls being like, we're just the reason why this person was in it because they're a scroll. They're a variant.
Yeah. That's why I feel like it should just be a one-off. Don't let it be a dream like that. I don't like dreams. I would just like the time I got fixed. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, it could be fixed, but not dreams.
Look at Into the Spider-Verse. It's pretty much like, as far as I remember, none of them stay and like
they went back.
Like they go back.
Yeah,
and it's fun, and we're probably gonna see them. Not probably, we are gonna see them again in this next one. But once again, we got to experience them in that one, and then we're gonna get to experience something else in the next one.
People are thinking that the reason why it's called No Way Home is because all the villains that were teased in this trailer are dead in their universe. So they're gonna be like, we don't want to go back. I mean, if we go back, we're gonna be dead. You know, so that could be.
I don't know, man. Look, I'll find out why they stay. I'll find out December 17th or maybe before that.
Please, you need to.
Maybe before that.
I need to try to get tickets, man. I've been following a lot of
I actually got the form to re-register myself as a critic.
Oh,
let me do it. We'll see.
You need to help me out, man.
We'll see.
How do you even get that form?
But you know, like I've the critic stuff. I've been doing it for a little bit, so I'm in their year a lot. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll see if I can.
Oh my gosh, ADE.
I'll see if I can pull some strings.
Okay. Well, was there anything else that you want to talk about?
How you feel about Captain America 4?
Oh yeah. Anthony Mackie was like finally signed the line, and so he's gonna be Captain America.
How you feel?
I mean, I feel good about it. He was good in Falcon Winter Soldier.
Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Okay. Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Okay, yeah, he was really good in there. So it better be him and not anybody else.
I would like to see a way more intriguing Baron Zemo as the villain. That would be really, really cool. They teased it in the show, but I would like to see. Okay, let's take it up a notch. Let's see if, because Baron Zemo's like an actual like really, really cool villain, like the comics. Like he's a really, really cool villain. So that would be really cool to see. Just don't make it. The issue right now is Chris Evans is Captain America, unfortunately. Whether you like it or not,
right?
He's gonna be Captain America. I don't care how good Anthony Mackie is. Captain America is Chris Evans. Okay. So you need to try to do your best to almost like not necessarily distance yourself away from it, but add something new that we can appreciate this version of Captain America, just like how we do in the comics. In the comics, there's so many variations of certain heroes that I would like to see a really cool variation of this character. Don't beat my head over with the social commentary. Just give me something that like audiences can really enjoy, bite their teeth into, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it. I mean, I'm excited because I want to see more of Sebastian Stan. So I hope that he's going to become the White Wolf and not just Winter Soldier.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
So.
That'll be interesting. Yeah. I'm intrigued. That's pretty much it. I mean, other than like Lalila Wright, Shuri, and the Black Panther movies, she got hurt today or last night.
Letitia Wright got hurt?
Latitha.
I don't even know how do you say it? I thought it was Letitia.
Maybe. I don't know.
But she got
she got hurt today on set. Or like last night on set of Black Panther. Hopefully she's
no.
okay. Apparently it's something minor, but
it's minor. Okay.
Hopefully she'll be okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, unless there's anything.
Okay. Well, this was fun. I think we're at an hour. We're at 45 minutes, which is a good time.
45 minutes. It didn't feel like it.
Yeah. Right. It goes by fast because we're just talking about fun stuff.
Yeah.
So if you like this review of What If and Shang-Chi and Spider-Man trailer, let me know down in the comments and make sure to subscribe. What's your channel? You can
follow me. My channel is @ADEDINA. You can follow me on socials at @ADETHEOBA, ADETHEOBA on Twitter and Instagram. I see 2 comments. Who you have comments?
We have comments. Love the new episode and didn't see Hank Pym as the villain. He wasn't the villain, but he was the villain. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he went the villain route.
He went
the villain route. What happened?
Right.
Yeah.
So excited to see Shang-Chi. You guys are awesome, and you also you and your dad are rock stars. Oh my gosh!
That's so
Thank
sweet.
you so much.
That's so sweet.
That means a lot. Thank you.
See, it's a good way to end the show.
Yeah. All right. See y'all later. Oh, actually, see y'all this Friday for another DNA reviews. We're gonna be talking more extensively about What If, and also Candyman, which is coming out this Friday.
Yeah.
So
Can't wait.